Relay 2, I want you to start here. Who's in Relay 2?
The Black Arch Protoss holster is the only hybrid-like holster that I can recommend. It does everything that a holster needs to do and is great for strong side carry. They're part of our holster consortium. Go check them out at the link in the description.
Okay, so you stand there. You face that way. Next guy's gonna be about right here, etc., etc. We're gonna line up like it's about time to go to the playground or the cafeteria, right?
I guess so.
Probably need 4, 5, 6 feet in between people. What I find is lately, I've been talking like, if you know Craig Douglas, the ShivWorks guy, South Narc, he's a friend of mine, and we're having a discussion. What he's seen in classes is, I used to have to work with marksmanship a lot, and I run into people who are like pretty decent shooters, but they have no ability to do things like their weapon handling sucks. Floating they have no muzzle awareness, how to actually run the gun, things like that. This is Relay 1.
Oh, I thought you said relay.
Or, I'm sorry, Relay 2. Relay 1 is off to the side, Relay 2. Numbers are hard. You're making me math. What are you talking about? What he's seen? He's got dudes that can shoot, and they show up, and they got a gold barrel and a bunch of holes in there. You know, they got whatever, but can't run a gun. Can't run a gun. Got no muzzle awareness. Everything. I could tell you, one of the jihads I'm on is to get cops in the state of Kansas. I try to not be a gratuitous potty mouth, but they're pointing guns at every fucking thing they come across. It's absolute bullshit. A couple of things you need to know about this state is one of them is by law, threatening deadly force is a use of force. All uses of force have to be what? Objectively reasonable, legally reasonable. So everybody's familiar with the concept of justifiable homicide, right? I was in reasonable fear of great bodily harm, so I shot dude or whatever. Well, if pointing a gun at people is a use of force, that also, if that's not justified, that you just committed a class 3 person's felony, to wit, an aggravated assault, right? And in the state of Kansas, muzzling another human beings are reportable use of force for law enforcement. And I still got the qual course is what? Like 3 yards, 3 rounds, 3 seconds, beep, pow, pow, pow. So every time the gun comes out, it goes straight onto another human being. At minimum, the bad idea in making the most important decision you may make ever in your life, you want to screw up a deadly force decision? Anybody?
No.
Unless you're a sociopath, can you live with murdering another human being because you fucked up? No, that's how you become an alcoholic and like lose your job and go jump off a bridge and I don't know how you live with something like that. So if you got a dummy gun, that's fine. If you have to make a finger gun, that's fine. But everybody is gonna come up with a dummy gun or a finger gun, aim in on my K5 ring. Do that now. So aim at me right now. With a finger gun or a dummy gun, everybody get into your shooting position, aim at my center mass. Okay? Can you see my hands or my waistband? Why? Okay. Would I go into a deadly force, like if you were gonna do a building search, like simunition building search, would you put an eye patch on and take away half your peripheral?
No.
That's stupid, right? Yeah. Well, that sucks. So put an eye patch on your good eye, and then, you know. So I throw it out to the cops all the time. You guys the video simulators, everybody's familiar with like FATS machines, things like that. Let's say you're on a department. I'm the new chief. I'm gonna test everybody's use of force decision making. We're gonna run you through simulator scenarios. If you screw up one of them, you're fired. Fired, right? Now, right before the scenario starts, I take a big piece of cardboard and I cover up the whole bottom half of the screen. You're gonna be like, that's bullshit, man. You take away half my visual information. How can you do that? You're gonna fire me? Are we doing the same thing to ourselves in real life in a much more critical scenario than just getting fired?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we are. So a couple of things I'm gonna make you guys do today, whether you like it or not, because I'm not the guy that skips leg day, shit like that, is we're gonna work off of things like a true low ready. Like if Juan is my bad guy and I don't have a decision to fire made yet, should I be muzzling him and violating Rule 2 and breaking the law? Probably not. So he said, don't shoot yet. If I'm in a true low ready, this is where I'm going to be working from. I can see everything I need to see. I can shoot very quickly if I need to. This is also another thing Force Science tells us is if you're in a low ready versus other like higher ready positions, your mistake of fact when they're doing like scenario testing, the people that shoot people they shouldn't shoot, the low ready people are the lowest mistake factor. Everybody else, high ready, muzzle high, things like that, start shooting the wrong people when they had a cell phone in their hand or whatever the scenario is, that kind of thing. Do you want to be the people that shoot the wrong people? No, we're trying to avoid that shit, right? So we're going to work from a true low ready. So up on target or low ready, muzzle awareness, working around other people. This is a drill, not a scenario. So in drills, we're just working an isolated skill, like a bill drill is a scenario, right? 2 reload 2 is a drill. You're working on a specific subset. Muzzle aversion, muzzle awareness. I might be, let's have a cool guy scenario. I'm in the food court on an active shooter and I'm trying to get on dude, and can you see somebody running in front of my gun? Somebody might run in front of your gun. So we might have to be like, oh shit, come around and then pick up another sight picture. I can tell you shooting past other people like we often do on the range and like made up bullshit doesn't really work. And a lot of because I do a lot of law enforcement training, SWAT, hostage rescue, active shooter response, that sort of thing. You ever had a paper target that's some version of I've got the hostage, right? And then what do? Yeah. Pow. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm squared away, high five. What really happens is dude's got the hostage. So Juan, yeah, make your finger gun or dummy gun's fine. So I see Juan's lining up for a hostage rescue shot. Who's going to stand still for that shit? So action being reaction, it's not just I move, watch what happens. So in scenarios, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times setting that up, because when people really, really screw up, they're emotionally attached to the mistake. Virtually 100% of the time in the scenarios we do and some of the training I do, the cop shoots the hostage. Okay, it's a hostage rescue, not a hostage assist. You're not supposed to be helping the bad guy out. So some of this stuff doesn't really play out in real life. But anyway, muzzle awareness, get to moving, things like that. So the drill is going to be, we're going to do a little bit of a snake drill. We're going to pretend we're trying to get target acquisition on a bad guy past this line of people. And while we're doing that, we're going to move. So as I'm moving, I'm going to slalom, I'm going to snake this group of people. So if I'm here and I got to go that way, I suddenly got a problem. I can keep my grip, go straight down, turn and move. Try to get my target acquisition on the other side. I'm moving, grip goes straight down. Alternatives, I know a lot of people don't like it, but breaking into Sewell is one that works. The air marshals, when they're moving through a plane with the gun out, they will literally grip the barrel of the gun, so if anybody else grabs it, and they go into, it's kind of like Sewell, but they're holding the end of the gun, right? So it's, the hand like comes off the gun. They got this little AOK, comes in here, right? So with Sewell, your palm touches belly and the slide is right down your knuckles. NRA does that safety circle thing. I don't have the wrist flexibility to do it, but some people can tuck their elbows and then turn their wrist down, and their muzzle is, am I endangering anybody? No. It's a momentary, oh shit. Does that make sense? So I can't really pull it off because I don't have the wrist flexibility, but it's, oh shit, okay, I'm back up. It's not, we're not hanging out there. Does that make sense? Yep. So, relay 1, line up. This is gonna be like a conveyor belt. Whatever you need to do to not endanger people, is what we're gonna do. So work on some muzzle awareness. Gun up, get moving. When you're done, run up to the back of the line. Everybody's going twice. Next.
Are we aiming at the dude at the end of that?
Now, you have an imaginary somebody down there you're trying to get a sight picture on. A lot of people like after that one kid made that alleged 40-yard shot in the food court, a lot of people like the food court hero active shooter scenario, so you can imagine that one if you want. Go.